Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to our International Student Graduation Reception for the class of 2021. My name is Sheikh. I'm an international student pursuing a degree in computer science and working as a desk assistant at the International Student Center. And today I will be your host. Enough about me, because today we are here to celebrate you, our graduating international student, for all your hard work, dedication, achievement throughout your time at Seattle University. You have all been tested, not only in your classroom through your midterms and final, but throughout this current pandemic, the social injustice that are happening in the US and around the world. And this is all on top of the challenges you have been facing as you work to complete your degree virtually. Regardless of these challenges, you all made it to today. For that, please give yourself a round of applause. The past few months have been, I'm sure, different from what you have imagined. And so you might be feeling a mixture of emotion right now, and that's okay. But we hope that we are able to take a special moment tonight together as a community to pause and celebrate each and every one of you and all that you have achieved here. This event, of course, is going to look a little different since we are only able to meet virtually, but this also means that in this space right now, student and family around the world will all be able to celebrate together as one global community. This makes this event, I will say, even more special since we truly have a worldwide celebration today. As we honor the huge accomplishment of all our graduating international students for the class of 2021, today's event will contain message from our Seattle University President, Father Steven Sandberg, a message of congratulations from our Director of International Student Center, Del Watan, a graduating student performance, as well as an international student aluminum speaker. We will also have time to recognize all of the graduates here today, and we will present some special award to a few outstanding graduating students and a staff member. This event is also being shared live on YouTube. So please send the link to your family and friend so they can join in the celebration with us. If you are watching, you can also type comments throughout the chat, YouTube, to congratulate a graduate, or maybe let us know where you are watching from so we can share in our very first global graduation reception. Before I introduce the university president, Father Steve, to kick off the event, We would like to begin by acknowledging the community and individual here before us. As we begin our gathering, we respectfully acknowledge that Seattle University sit on a Duwamish abnormal territory. We pay respect to Duwamish elders, past and present, and extend our respect to their descendants and to all indigenous people around the world. To acknowledge this land is to recognize its longer history and our place in that history. It is to recognize this land and water and their significance for the people who live and continue to live in this region, whose practices and spiritualities were and are tied to the land and water, and whose life continue to enrich and develop in relationship to the land, water, and other inhabitants today. We will also like to acknowledge the silent protest and march for justice happening in our community and across the state of Washington to honor and mourn the life lost to police brutality and institutional racism. Please join me in a moment of silence to stand with our Black community and those protests happening in our society. Thank you for joining me in that moment of silence. Next, I would like to introduce the president of Seattle University, Steven Sandberg, who has a message for all of our international student graduates.
Thanks for inviting me to be able to say a few words at this International Students Gathering. It's a special event and one of my favorite ones of the year. The reason it's so special for me is I just love being able to get together with the richness of the cultures that the international students bring when they all come together. And then there's such a sense of fun and joy and community and laughter among them that's just really unique within Seattle University. I often think too, there's a special pride that their families take in the degree that their students are getting here at Seattle University, and there's a thankfulness of the students toward their families and their parents for making possible their education. Also, I think it's just a little bit harder for international students, the work they have to put in order to succeed as well as they do in relationship to other students. And they just love Seattle University, they love its campus, they love the International Student Center. You can just tell on this occasion how much our international students are going to miss Seattle University. So indeed, it's a very special occasion. I'm glad to be able to be here just to say a few words and to congratulate all of you and to express my gratitude to you for being our students. You know, I think our international students see our world in a greater depth in a three-dimensional way than the rest of us do. They see it with two eyes. First of all, they see it through the eyes of their own culture, and then they see it through the eyes of the culture that they've experienced over the last years here at Seattle University. So it gives them an in-depth, a double sort of a way of seeing, a deeper way of seeing what our world is about. And we need that. I think we all get trapped into only seeing the world through our own culture. We only have a sort of a monocular vision, just one kind of vision rather than binocular. So I thank you for that vision. We need you. We need you to see our world in a wider way and to teach us to see it the way in which you see it. So my thanks to you as president of Seattle University, my thanks to you for being our students. Congratulations on your graduation from Seattle University. A special thanks and a word of appreciation to your parents who take pride in you this day. And I bless you, and please know that you're in my prayers. Thank you very much. Father Steve.
Thank you, Father Steve, for that message to our graduate. Now I want to introduce the director of the International Student Center, Dale O'Tonnell. Dale is approaching his 21st anniversary of working here at Seattle University in the International Student Center. His contribution to the university and the broader Seattle community are immeasurable, and he has made such a positive impact on the life of thousands of international students who have graduated from Seattle University. Please help me welcome Dale.
Thank you, Chet. It is such a privilege to be able to greet you live tonight. If you had asked me a year ago, I would have told you the 2021 commencement activities would surely be in person. Unfortunately, even though there is light at the end of the tunnel, the pandemic has not faded into history just yet, so we gather in this virtual format once more. Tonight, the focus is on you and your accomplishments. We are here to celebrate you and your graduation from Seattle University. You have so much to be proud of. You made the decision some years ago to travel thousands of miles away to study here. And of course, some of you may have returned home this past year, but still, you made the commitment to your Seattle U education, and for that, I am grateful. You have successfully completed your studies and accomplished your goal. All of us at the International Student Center are so proud of you. You belong here, and we thank you for choosing Seattle U to be a part of your story. Looking back, we truly had a significant year, from the awakening of justice through Black Lives Matter to the ugliness of police brutality and reaction to the rise of anti-Asian hate. The US, or the United States, is going through a movement, and not just a moment, and you witnessed it firsthand. You also saw a presidential change and inspiring election of the United States' first female and woman of color vice president, and not to mention, and not to forget, the daughter of former international students. Congratulations to Vice President Kamala Harris. And right here on our campus, you are a part of the final year of our university president, Father Stephen Sunborg. With his retirement, Seattle U will enter a new era. And after July 1st, our president will be the first layperson in the history of the university. As we move beyond this year and focus on the future, there is so much to be thankful for with the foundation that our time together provides us. Perhaps never before in history has our world been so connected. We have all had a global collective experience. We have all lost something, whether it was someone close to us or loss of connection by not being able to gather together. But let's also remember what we gained. Just think back how you made that adjustment to go from in-person to remote study. I did not say you enjoyed it, but you did survive it. And not only survived it, but successfully survived it by completing your degree in spite of it. And many of you did this from different time zones and in a second language. You learned to navigate a difficult situation and made the best of it. Your resilience and flexibility to a constantly changing and volatile situation is commendable and something which will carry you far. And I know will be the inspiration for you to do great things. You have proven to yourself and the world that you can do just about anything. You accomplished something great in this historic moment and deserve a huge pat on the back. Tonight, let's also remember those that supported you. We at the International Student Center were not immune to this struggle, and I am proud and thankful of the talented team of Lauren Albano, Sabine Chaudhry, and Marie Johnston, as we also learned to manage the move to remote work and online advising. We hope that you found your sense of community here and know that you are a part of the fabric that makes Seattle U strong. Wherever you are in the world, and whoever you are watching this with, please give a shout out to your family, friends, and community that brought you to this day. The path that lies ahead for you and your personal story is still being developed, and I am excited for your future. Remember those who supported you and helped you to be the person you are. Always remember to say thank you and be kind to yourself and others. On behalf of the entire team at the International Student Center, know that we are here for you, especially if your next year involves post-completion OPT, but also just know that you are always welcome here. We congratulate you on your successful graduation from Seattle U and celebrate you and welcome you to the global SU alumni community. Thank you.
Thank you, Del, for this incredible speech, and thank you for your leadership. I would like to turn to our graduating student performance by our own International Student Center program assistant and your beloved newsletter writer, Jack Park. Jax is also a student graduating this year with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, with a minor in Japanese and Asian study. For the past 2 quarters, he has had the honor of sending out the International Student Center weekly newsletter and helping out at the International Student Center program. He will be attending San Jose State University starting in the fall to pursue his master in library science. With his degree, Jack hopes to become a good team librarian. Help me welcome Jack, who is performing in honor of all our graduating students.
Hello, I'm Jax. I was the PA at the ISC, and I sent out the newsletters. So, yeah, I'm graduating, and so are you, probably, unless you're a guest. To the graduates, you're graduating. So I wanted to perform a song, just like a toodaloo farewell, you know. So I will be performing a song by Chaorim, called 2521 25, 21. So yeah, hope you enjoy, and yeah. 바람에 날려 꽃이 지는 계절엔 아직도 너의 손에 잡은 듯 그런 듯해. 그때는 아직 꽃이 아름다운 걸 지금처럼 사무치게 알지 못했어. 너의 향기가 바람에 실려오네. 영원할 줄 알았던 25, 21. 그날의 바다는 다정했었지. 아직도 나의 손에 잡은 듯 그런 듯해. 부서지는 햇살 속에 너와 내가 있어. 가슴 시리도록 행복한 꿈 꾸었지. 그날의 노래가 바람에 실려오네. 영원할 줄 알았던 지난 날엔 너와 난 너의 목소리도 너의 눈동자도 애틋하던 너의 제음마저도 기억해내면 할수록 멀어져 가는데 흩어지는 너 붙잡을 수 없어. 바람에 날려 꽃이 지는 계절엔 아직도 너의 손에 잡은 듯 그런 듯해. 그때는 아직 꽃이 아름다운 걸 지금처럼 사무치게 알지 못했어. 너의 향기가 바람에 실려오네. 영원할 줄 알았던 25, 21. 그날의 노래가 바람에 실려오네. 영원할 줄 알았던 지난 날엔 너와 나. 영원할 줄 알았던 25, 21. 하나 워워워 스물다섯 스물 하나 So yeah, that was 2521 by Chowdy. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't have a like, comment, or subscribe, but yeah. Congrats to the graduates, and hope you have a nice summer, or nice rest of your day at the very least. That'll be good. So yeah, thank you for watching, and take care.
Thank you, Zach, for this amazing performance. This is the beauty of having a diverse group, because when in a diverse group, talent is never an issue. Now, we would like to give our graduating students a moment to walk across our virtual stage. We'll be showing all our graduating student name in alphabetical order by last name. To recognize each and every one of you, as you see the name of your friends and family member appear, feel free to give them a shout out in the live comment section directly on YouTube. Congratulations again to all our graduating international students. I hope when you saw your name, you clap for yourself or do some exciting dancing. You know, we are here to celebrate, so let's celebrate. We are proud of you and all that you have accomplished. I would now like to introduce a few of my colleagues who will be announcing the recipient of some of our ISE awards. We ask for nomination from staff and faculty across campus who wanted to recognize some standout international students who have gone above and beyond in the classroom, across campus, and in a larger Seattle community. We also have one special award for an outstanding staff member. Please welcome our International Student Center professional staff team, Lauren Albano, Sabine Claudia, Mary Jensen, and Del Wanabi. who will be announcing the recipient of this award.
Thanks, Chuck. I'll start by introducing the ISC Leadership Award. This award is given to an individual who has been a true leader in the ISC community and whose contributions have truly helped to make our community a home away from home for our students. I'm so happy to introduce that this year, the ISC Leadership Award goes to Michael Serta. Michael began working in the ISC as a programming assistant when he first began his graduate program in mechanical engineering and has been such a bright light on our team ever since. Michael always brings the most positive energy to every space and has been a consistent hard worker who gives his very best to ensure students have a positive experience at SU. He stepped up to many challenges throughout this past year to quickly adapt, and I'm so grateful for all he has contributed to our team and our international student community. Congratulations, Michael.
Let me repeat that. Good evening, everyone. I'm truly honored to receive this award. First, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me this opportunity, keeping me strong and healthy all throughout my journey in SU. To my family in the Philippines, thank you so much. You're the reason why I'm here. Thank you for encouraging me to pursue my dreams. I dedicate this award to you. To my family in Washington, thank you for everything that you've done for me. Thank you for all the support, especially during at the height of COVID. You really stepped up for me, and that's the reason why I'm here. And I made it this far. To the ISC staff and global ambassadors, you guys are amazing. To be honest, I didn't expect to win this award, but you guys kept challenging me. I enjoyed organizing both in-person and virtual events for the international student community because of you, and I'm truly grateful for that. Lastly, congratulations to my fellow graduates and to all your families. Being an international student is quite challenging. You have to make a lot of sacrifices and adjustments, whether pulling an all-nighter due to different time zones, dealing with mental stress due to schoolwork, dealing with cultural barriers, and anxiety issues related to COVID and other things. We've overcome all those challenges, and here we are. We're celebrating an achievement that we can share with everyone that we love. And I hope that all of you would take time to express your gratitude and appreciation to all the people who supported you in your journey. Once again, congratulations. I wish you all the best as you move on to the next chapter of your life. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Michael. Next, I would like to introduce our Outstanding International Graduate Student Award to Samuel Mwangi. Samuel has worked as a client account manager in the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center's Small Business Capacity Building Program, Ramp Up. He's helped several local Black business owners access hundreds of thousands of dollars in new capital, primarily in the forms of grants and forgivable loans. He has also served on the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center's advisory board as a graduate student representative and the Albers Strategic Planning Committee, in addition to securing a competitive internship at a private equity and investment group. Please help me in congratulating Samuel.
Good afternoon. My name is Samuel Mwangi, and today I'm graduating with a Master of Science in Finance degree. Thank you very much for the privilege and honor of being awarded the Outstanding International Graduate Student Award. The news of the award came as a surprise, albeit a pleasant one, because I have known and been with many international students of great distinction. I therefore dedicate this award to each and every international student graduating today. The first time I set foot on the university grounds, it was for a meeting with my graduate advisor, Dr. Rita Basho. She asked me to call her Rita, and in so doing, welcoming me to the university with open arms. My wife, who had accompanied me, remarked as I did that if most people or many people at the university were like Dr. Rita, then my graduate experience was going to be rich and wonderful. During subsequent quarters, I interacted a lot more with her, and I wish to acknowledge her because her contribution has had a tremendous impact towards my ability to graduate today. There may be no suggestion box, Yelp profile, or a survey where I can proffer my thanks and give feedback to her. So Rita, please receive this recognition. During the first few weeks at the Pigot building where the Alba School of Business and Economics is situated, I stared at the notice boards which were full of posters and information highlighting various campus activities. I wondered in bewilderment how students get to participate in these activities. I got my break one day when my classmate Nada Tamim mentioned that she worked for the RAMP program at the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center, and they were looking for a graduate student like myself to join the team. She made the introductions, I was interviewed, and I joined the amazing team at IEC. The program, like many others at the university, has provided useful practical experience and an opportunity to apply concepts which I learned in class. I wish to recognize Amelia McWorth and Randy Massengale, who lead the team there. They have given me lifelong lessons, provided outstanding leadership and mentorship, and raised my standards of how to lead teams. The Seattle University leadership culture embodied in both of them is a gift that I will carry with me into posterity. I want to give a shout out to Jax of the International Students Center. Some of you may not know him. He prepares and sends newsletters to the international student community regularly. Jax is a witty, clever, funny, and revolutionary person. Each week, I waited in anticipation for his posts, and he didn't disappoint. A high five to you, Jax. I believe you are graduating with me today. The International Student Center is a bedrock of support for the international students like myself. Indeed, the director himself, Dale Watanabe, intervened for me in a personal situation in which I was desperate. He and his team have been unfailingly, untiringly, and effectively present for us. I salute you. Seattle University offers an abundance of events and activities that embellish students' undergraduate and graduate experiences. For example, I was a member of the Alba School of Business and Economics Strategic Planning team, a mentor for 2 years for teams participating in the Jones Idea Challenge. I was a panelist in the Executive Speaker Series. I was a semi-finalist participant in the Harriet Stephenson Business Plan competition, and also a part of the team which planned for the university's participation in the CFA Seattle Ethics Challenge, the first ever that was held this year. This and more are ways in which Seattle University has offered engagement and growth to students, and each of these opportunities were rich in knowledge, experience, empowerment, and they were wonderful. I'm grateful to Seattle University for them. The university community has been a family, a home away from home. So I want to thank my wife, her family, my family, and the university community for supporting my journey through graduate school. I salute you, and I raise a toast to each and every one of you who positively touched my life and the life of every international student graduating today. It's because of you that we are able to celebrate today. Thank you.
Congratulations again to Samuel. Next, I would like to introduce and congratulate the winner of our Outstanding International Undergraduate Student Award to Betty Beza. Beza is graduating with her bachelor's degree in nursing, and throughout her time at SU, her impact has reached far across campus and beyond. As president of the African Student Association, a mentorship officer in the School of Nursing, undergraduate Shinyo Fellow for Community Leadership, being a co-chair for last year's international dinner, and contributing to SU's COVID-19 vaccination clinic, among many other involvements. It is clear that Beza is truly outstanding in her commitment to service, leadership, and strengthening her community. Congratulations to Beza.
It really means a lot to me, and it's just bringing back all the beautiful memories and bonds that we've created together over the past 4 years. I'm definitely going to dedicate this award to all graduating international students, because I know we've all worked so hard to get to this point. From learning how to navigate a new education system to learning how to navigate a new culture and the weather. And that was just in our freshman year. Now in our senior year, we had to deal with newly changing immigration laws. Can you believe we've overcome all that, and on top of that, we've kept our GPAs high and our education going? So I want to congratulate and dedicate this award to you all to celebrate the strength and the resilience that we've carried ourselves with over the past 4 years. To the larger ISC community, thank you for being our family. Those long night hours of cooking the Sheridan kitchen, celebrating our culture and sharing part of who we are at the international dinner, those are memories that make this place home. So thank you so much for being very supportive to all the friends that I've met. You've made my Seattle University journey very smooth, and I cannot be grateful enough. To our advisors, thank you so much for being very supportive. I don't know how we would have met it without your support and love throughout this journey. And to my family, my parents and siblings are on here. I love you. Thank you for the persistence in your love and for your prayers. Through our WhatsApp calls and FaceTime calls, I've gained so much encouragement and strength to keep going. And here I am making you proud. Everything that I keep to do is for and because of you. So I love you all. To the graduating seniors, I cannot wait to see where this next journey takes us. All I know is that it's going to be very new memories and written stories that are going to set this world on fire. So let's go and do it, because I believe in us. Cheers, and let's all continue to celebrate. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Beza. Next, I would like to introduce our final award for the evening. For 2021, we are introducing a new award. This award, selected by our community, will go to a faculty or staff outside of the ISC that has supported our international student community. Every once in a while, you come across colleagues that you cannot imagine being without. This year's recipient of the first ISC Award for Outstanding Support of International Students is such a person. Dr. Teresa Ling was appointed Assistant Dean of the Albers School in 2003. She was hired as a lecturer in 1996 and teaches primarily in the areas of statistics, operations research, and leadership. I can recall first meeting her at an OPT workshop back in my first year in 2001. I remember her very detailed questions to me, and my thought to myself that I'd really better learn my stuff. And who is this graduate student that seems to know so much already? Always a strong advocate for international students and wonderful partner in the Albers School of Business and Economics, she will be missed as she is retiring soon after a distinguished 25-year-long career at Seattle University. We wish her the best and hope she has more time to enjoy family and read Chinese novels and participate in silent retreats. Dr. Teresa Ling.
Thank you. Thank you for the honor. And congratulations to all of you graduates. I still remember almost 51 years ago, on September 16, 1970, I arrived on SU campus for the first time as an international student from Hong Kong. I came back and started teaching at the Albers School in 1996. So Albers School has the most international students. So you, our international students, are very dear to my heart. I always work with Dale Watanabe in figuring out ways to help the international student. Dale always called me Mother Teresa. So after 25 years at SU, now I'm Grandmother Teresa. I'm going to retire in July. My journey through Seattle U lasts more than half a century. I treasure my friendships with the Jesuits, with my professors, with my students, especially our international students. Wherever you will be in the next 5 years, anytime you stop by Seattle, I would love to have coffee with you. Just email me, tling@seattleu.edu. I would love to know how you have been, how's your family, and all this. My best wishes for each and every one of you to be successful in creating a more just and humane world in your community. Thank you very much, and congratulations to all.
Thank you so much, all, for your contribution you have made to our Seattle U community. Now I would like to introduce our alumni keynote speaker, Calvin Siro. Calvin Siro was born and raised in Dubai within the Emirate Arab and is proudly Indian by birth. He graduated cum laude in 2019 with a degree in humanities for leadership and a minor in entrepreneurship and innovation. He is an actor, writer, producer, and creator of his own YouTube channel. You might have seen some of his videos at this year's International Dinner. Some of the most impactful influence in his life and his work are Conor McGregor and Manchester United FC. Their work ethic, character, and resilience are what motivate Calvin to learn from them, and in turn implement those traits and practices into his own life. He takes pride in his work and enjoys helping others through sharing recipes and cooking videos, as well as writing review and editing. Calvin is focused on quality in all facets of his life, from his creation to the relationship he cultivates. He is a driven and compassionate individual who gives his utmost effort in everything he does. Since graduating from Seattle U, he has started producing digital content for companies in the UAE. He has also starred in 2 award-winning short films. Please help us welcome Calvin Siro.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank Seattle University, the International Student Center, Lauren Albano, and everyone else in the ISC office for this great honor. As you might have mentioned, I went to Seattle University and studied the Humanities for Leadership with a mind in entrepreneurship and innovation. But right now, I'm working as an actor. To save everyone some time, I've not been in anything that you might have heard of, seeing as I've only done 3 short films and only 2 of them are finished, so it's highly unlikely that you've seen any of my work. Unless, of course, you have, and in that case, hi Mom, hi Dad. All jokes aside, thinking back to my own graduation, I realize now how lucky I was, not only to celebrate this big milestone in my life, but to be able to do so with my family. For 4 years, our families, parents, siblings, and guardians have been supporting us, which I think is amazing. I hope they all watch in pride and joy as you mark this culmination of 4 years of hard work, sweat, tears, and of course, the cold. I graduated 2 years ago, and I know how incredible this moment is for you. However, I also know how stressful this situation can be. Some of you are moving back home, some of you are applying for OPT, and some of you are continuing your educational journey. Regardless of what you are doing in the next phase of your life, I will say that you are all amazing and will have amazing lives ahead of you. I know for a fact that you've gotten some of the best education around, even though that might not have happened within the classroom, especially during these times. That makes your achievements all the more impressive. Being an international student comes with its own trials and tribulations, from the cultural changes to actual changes in weather. That's the beauty of going to a place like Seattle U. You have the privilege of getting taught by some incredible professors. Before I left, I asked each and every professor I had for one piece of advice. I hope the advice they gave me helps you as much as it helped me. One of the first professors I had been taught by was Dr. Dan Washburn. And in addition to being the tallest professor at the college, he was also one of the coolest. He was like a rock star. I'm not joking. He once entered the room and 2 of my friends squealed, "Washburn!" I obviously didn't. I just went like, whoa! I understood how cool he was. He told me that the most important piece of advice he could offer was to find your calling. After that conversation, I really hoped I could find my calling. I thought about it while I walked out the building and past the fountain, while up the stairs and even in the bistro. As I waited to order my dinner, I saw some Oreo cheesecake and I thought, that was the best time to investigate whether or not that was my calling. So I ordered 2 slices, for scientific purposes, of course. But as I looked to find my calling, I decided that I would just cross everything off my bucket list one by one. I started a YouTube channel where I make and post cooking videos. I had mentioned this to a professor of mine, Dr. Hudgens, who introduced me to the idea of growth mindset, where you grow in every facet of your life. She advocated for it so strongly as it had helped her in several times in her life. It wasn't only an academic lesson, but one for life. So that's when, whether it was through my skills as a cook or through learning more about the filmmaking process, I kept finding new avenues. My channel may not be big, but the growth I've shown on it is something I'm extremely proud about. However, being a small YouTuber isn't my calling. Being a big one is. No, I'm just kidding. But it did give me a taste of something I enjoyed, but I still needed to keep learning. So a few months later, I took a course called Colloquium, which was basically reader's theater where you perform a play but only using your words. Our professor, Carol Kelly, kept saying that for her, she felt as though she was part of the theater first and a professor second. That being an actor was basically what made her feel like who she was supposed to be. When I performed, I felt the same way. She once said that I could be a great actor. I never forgot her or those words because for the first time in my life, someone believed in me. But that's the type of professors we have here. If you're lucky, they help you hone in on what you're supposed to do and give you the tools to do it. They also really believe in you and your skill and talent, even if it might not seem like it right away. That's really, really valuable because in life, not everyone's going to believe in you. You might not even believe in yourself. But that's why it's something I always remember, especially when I audition, because it can be a tough and disheartening process. But like I said earlier, I know these are uncertain times and nothing seems guaranteed. But don't be afraid to take the risk and follow your calling. Because if there's anything Seattle U has taught me, is that you can achieve your success if you focus on simply achieving growth in something you love. And also, to always try the cheesecake.
Thank you, Calvin, for those words to our graduate. For our final part of this evening, I would like to introduce Carol Wally, Associate Director of External Relations in the Career Engagement Office here at Seattle U. Carol has some information to share for all of our graduating students to remind you of resources available to you as an alumna. Thank you, Carol.
On behalf of the Career Engagement Office, I want to wish a warm congratulations to the class of 2021. You did it. Well done. And as you go off into the world, I wanted to share with you some of the career support resources that are available to you beyond graduation. First, did you know that for the next 12 months, you can access a career coaching appointment with one of our career specialists? This appointment, you can go over resumes, cover letters, do some interview prep and practice, among other things as well related to your career. The other things we have are online resources. These are available to you 24/7, and they include job portals such as Handshake and career sources such as Vault, Lock in China, Career Shift, and Red Hawk Landing. Now, Lock in China is available for opportunities in China and surrounding areas, and even Australia. So I'd encourage you to check it out. They're having a job fair coming up, which would be fantastic for students to participate in. The other one I wanted to talk about is Career Shift. Career Shift is a career job search management tool. And why this is interesting for international students is you can search using filters for CPT, OPT, H-1B, labor condition application for more permanent work opportunities here in the United States. And then it can help you organize your job search as well. So please utilize it. It will really be beneficial for you. And then we have Red Hawk Landing. This is an online community platform for Seattle University. On the platform, you'll find students who you probably were friends with and maybe are not quite finished, but you can connect with them there. You can connect with your current graduating class and with the alumni that have gone before you. Here you can connect across other areas of interest, maybe people in your college or major, but you can also connect with alumni in other cities that you're interested in or have accepted an upcoming opportunity. The alumni on there have raised their hands saying, please, it is okay to contact me. So go ahead and make that connection. It's as simple as sending a message and saying, let's chat. Additionally, on Red Hawk Landing, you can join several affinity groups. And one that you might be interested in is the International Alumni and Student Group. In there, you can post discussions and other things of interest, maybe organize some meetups, stay connected, post maybe some career development opportunities that you might be having, and stay connected and continue to build community there. So with that, I hope these resources will be valuable to you and that you will be able to utilize them. And Red Hawk Landing is a lifetime, so you will not, that does not expire. So I hope that you join the community when you can. And with that, I want to send you off again saying congratulations. May you go out into the world that welcomes you with warm arms. May you be treated with kindness. May you share your talents and see the fruits of your labor. And may you live a meaningful life and one of purpose. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Now I would like to thank everyone for being part of this celebration with our graduating students, our wonderful staff, speakers, and everyone who is watching this stream. For our graduating student, as you transition from Seattle University to whatever journey and wherever life might take you, always remind yourself about what you have accomplished during this unusual and challenging time. There is no doubt that the year of 2021 has affected all of us in some way, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, or monetarily. Regardless of those challenges, you have made it to today, your graduation celebration. Very exciting. But remember that life does not stop here. And as you transition to your next chapter in life, you will face plenty more challenges and obstacles. But always refer to this year, 2021, as an example of challenging and unusual time where you have accomplished greatness. Refer to this year whenever you feel down for fuel to give you more energy and motivation when you are facing obstacles, challenges, struggle in your journey. As one of the greatest leaders, Nelson Mandela once said, "You never fail in life, but you either learn or succeed." Therefore, let's see this year of 2021 as a way of life teaching us a lesson to remind us that life is fragile. Therefore, we have to enjoy every single moment to the fullest. A lesson to remind us that things can change anytime. Therefore, we have to spend quality time with loved ones while we can and learn to be comfortable with change. A lesson to remind us that we are one big community and life does not discriminate. Therefore, we have to support each other and fight against racism and social injustice. As we conclude this event today, I would like you to challenge yourself. Yes, challenge yourself on using your skill to make a difference, not only within your community, but in the world. Help others whenever you can. Spend time with loved ones and stand up against injustice. Most importantly, don't be afraid to ask for help when needed. Our team at ISE will always be here for you. And today, we celebrate your great success. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Congratulations. Please, round of applause for yourself. Congratulations. And thank you very much for joining us today.